Today, I want to talk about something that can be very emotional and challenging for families. How a child feels when their parents decide to divorce, and how we, as parents or caregivers, can help protect their emotional well-being throughout this process.
Anna Marie Expert Parenting.
First of all, we are going to talk about the emotional impact of divorce on children. Let's start by looking at what a divorce might feel like for a child. For them, it's not just a change in where they live or how often they see each parent. It can feel like their whole world is being turned upside down. Many children experience emotions like sadness, confusion, fear, guilt, or even anger. Sometimes they might even wonder if it's their fault. It's really heartbreaking but common. Other times they might worry about losing love or attention from one of their parents. So, as parents, how we talk to them and handle this situation can make a world of difference. Now, let's talk about what we can say to the children to protect their emotional state. First and foremost, it's critical to remind them of something simple but powerful. Saying something like, "This, sweetheart, is not your fault, and both of us will always love you." That's all. Reassuring them of your unconditional love is the foundation. But just as important is what not to do. It's very important to avoid criticizing the other parent or blaming them in front of the child. That's a big no. Never. Children don't need to hear the details of disagreements or be pulled into the conflict. The conflict is for the adults. What they do need is a sense of stability. For example, letting them know what will stay the same, it's a very good idea. Like their school, their friends, or their hobbies, it helps them to feel secure. Now we could consider the custody options and their impact on children. Of course, after a divorce, the big question is, what will life look like day to day? There are a few common custody arrangements, and each has its pros and cons. Let's walk through them. First, we have shared custody. We have the shared custody. Shared custody is often seen as the ideal because it allows children to spend equal time with both parents. This can help them maintain strong relationships with both of the parents. But let's be honest, it requires good coordination between parents and may not work if the parents live far apart. Another option, primary custody with visitation. In this setup, the child primarily lives with one parent and the other has set visitation times, like one evening a week and alternate weekends. It can be simpler logistically, that's right, but there's a downside. Children might feel kind of disconnected from the parent they see less often, especially if communication between parents isn't great. And the third option we could talk about is bird's nest custody. This option is a bit unique, but it's worth mentioning it. The bird's nest custody, it's when the children stay in the family home, and it's the parents who alternate living there. Imagine this. Instead of the children packing a bag and moving back and forth, it's the parents who do the moving. This setup has clear benefits for children. They stay in the same house with the same routines and surroundings. And it's very pleasant for them in this sense. However, it does require a lot of cooperation and comes with financial challenges. As, of course, it often involves maintaining 3 residences. But if parents can make it work, it's a great way to provide stability for the children. Now, regardless of the custody arrangement, here's something that matters even more: how the parents interact with each other. I can't stress this enough because it's extremely important. A respectful, or at least neutral, relationship between parents makes a huge difference for children. Think about it. When parents criticize each other, it puts children in an impossible position. They feel torn, like they have to choose sides, and that's deeply harmful. Then we need to consider that, on the other hand, when parents show courtesy and respect, children feel safe and they can focus on their stuff in school or in their other activities like sports or clubs where they attend or whatever. A simple message like "your mom or dad will always be an important part of your life, and we respect each other for your sake." That's all. Very simple. And between the adults, it's very important to have the conversations that are necessary, but never in front of the children. This can go a long way, and it's very important that if we have this point very clear in mind, then we create a positive environment. In summary, to wrap up this situation of divorce, we have to say that it's not easy, but it doesn't have to harm children in lasting ways. When parents focus on clear communication, unconditional love, and mutual respect, they can minimize the impact on their children. Of course, every family is unique, so the right custody arrangement will depend on your specific situation. But what's universal is this: children thrive when they feel secure, loved, and free from the burden of conflict. Thank you so much for being here. It's a very tough topic, but it's important to talk about it as well. Like and subscribe for more content, and love, joy, and respect always. See you next time.
Anna Marie Expert Parenting.